let us continue our today's social science class, how, when and where. How, when and where. How, when and where. In the last class, we studied about the periodization of our history as well as what is colonial, isn't it? Yes, we knew about that in the last class, and today we are going to know about some of the administration sources. How do we know about our Indian history, or what sources do historians use in writing about 250 years of Indian history? Isn't it? Yes, that is all because of the sources. That is all because of the sources. We get to the sources we get to know about our history, or through sources the historians tells us about our history. And one important source is the official records of the British administration. One important source is that official records. Official records. Official records which tells us about the British administration. The British believed that writing is so important. So every instructions, policies, rules, laws, everything should be clearly written up during their period. So every policies, agreements, documents or laws, policies, everything should be written clearly during their period, and that can be later, or that could be studied and debated properly, or that could be helps them to study it detailed manner, or they can be debated those documents or sources whenever they want. This conviction produced how to write up memos and notices and all. This culture produced them to write up some of the memos and notices to issue and all. This conviction produced administration culture of memo, notices and reports. Means later they start to issue some of the memos and even notices and even reports which related to the administration during that era. Or they issued such memos or notices or reports which related to the administration process in some of the provincial areas, or some of the provincial administration, or some of the areas where they have administrated during that time. The Britishers not only started the habit to write those reports or sources or policies or agreements or memos, reports or even the notices, they also started the culture to preserve those important sources. The Britishers not only started the habit to write those reports or sources or policies or agreements or memos, reports or even the notices, they also started the culture to preserve those important sources. The British do felt that all the important documents and letters should be preserved carefully. They felt that all the important documents or letters which related to their administration were to be preserved carefully. So they set up records room. So the British set up records rooms which were attached to the administration institutions. It may be Tahsildar's officers, or it may be secretary's officers, or many more. Some of the institutions which had records room during that time were records rooms, the village Tahsildar's office, and even the collectorate, and some of the law courts. These were some of the important institutions which had records rooms, means the important documents or letters could be preserved carefully. The village Tahsildar's office and even the collectorate's office and even the commissioner's office, as well as in the law courts which the Britishers set up records rooms where they preserved the records or the documents or the letters or some of the records, as well as some of the memos, notices as well. They preserved very carefully. And the British also set up some of the specialized institutions like archives or museums where they preserved their documents carefully. The specialized institutions like archives and even the museums. Also, they preserved their records or some of the reports as well as important documents and letters preserved carefully. The important letters or documents or reports or memos and notices and directions or principles, these were sent by the officials for the provincial administration during the time of British rule. Means there were some of the officials were there in the British administration. They were sent to give such notices or reports or to issue some of the memos and all for the provincial administrations to follow or to guide. Those letters or reports were preserved in the records room as well as in the archives and museums. They can help us to study or know about in today as well, because those writings were preserved in such specialized institutions like archives or museums, or even some of the records rooms of the Tahsildar's offices, as well as collectorates and the secretaries' offices and the commissioners' offices, and even the law courts, isn't it, as I told before. And they were preserved there very carefully, and those reports or letters were available for us today to read or to study about them. Those letters and memos which were preserved in the museums as well as in the archives are still available for us to read and to know about those letters and reports as well. And even those important documents or records which were preserved in the archives or in the museums as well as in some of the records rooms were carefully copied and written by calligraphists. Means those who specialized in the art of beautiful handwriting. That art is called as calligraphy. And those who know how to write beautifully, or those who have the art of beautiful handwriting, or those who had that art or specialized art, then were called as calligraphists. And these calligraphists were copied the documents or records or the reports as well as memos and all which relate to that period very carefully. They copied and written such documents or reports very carefully during that time. Because during that time there was no culture of printing, so it was very necessary to them to write up those documents, and hence the art of calligraphy was existed during that time. But in the middle of the 19th century, the printing culture was started, and later the people started to print the documents or the copies of calligraphists who were written during that time. In the middle of the 19th century, people started to copy, or people started to print the copies which were written by the calligraphists during that time. The spread of printing, multiple copies of those records were printed as proceedings by each government as well as some of the departments. Those multiple copies were printed and they were used as proceedings by the government as well as the official departments during the time of British rule. And even the practice of survey or surveying was also become important during the colonial administration or during the British administration. The practice of survey. They thought that the practice of survey or surveying the informations was also one of the important factors for their administration. The Britishers believed that through the surveys they can be effectively administer the country, as well as through the surveys they can get to know about the entire details of their administration. Means they can or they could be map the entire country's administration through the practice of survey. It may be about the village administration, or it may be the provincial administration, or it may be the quality of the soil, or it may be the records or the information which relating to the financial aspects as well as some of the trading aspects and all. So they started the practice of survey, and the practice of survey became one of the important factors for their administration. Surveys helps them to know about the topography or revenue surveys of the villages as well as the soil quality and even the flora and the fauna and the local histories and even the cropping patterns as well. These surveys or the habit of surveying during that time helps the Britishers to know about the topography. Topography means survey which relating to know about the features of a particular place or region, as well as some of the surveys were conducted in the villages like revenue surveys to pay the revenues and the taxes to the British officials or the government or the farmers. They have to pay the revenues or taxes for the crops which they were produced or grown during that time, and even some of the to know about the soil quality of the soil and which crops can be grown in that soil, and to know about that they also conducted survey for the soil, and even to know about the flora and the fauna of a particular place or the region, means to know about the traditions or the cultures and the beliefs and their customs. To know about the cultures as well as some of the beliefs and traditions which is called as the flora and the fauna. To know about those aspects, they also conducted surveys during that time. And even to know about the local histories, means the histories or the informations regarding to a particular locality or for that particular area or region, that is called as local history. To know about the histories of that local areas, they also conducted surveys. And even to know about the cropping pattern, which were the crops were suitable for that particular soil or for that particular regions and all, they also conducted surveys. So during the time of British administration, they maintain some of the records and documents which tells us about their administration, and even they not only written up those records, they also preserve them in some of the specially built institutions called records rooms, and even some of the specialized institutions called archives and museums, and hence we can read or study those letters or documents till now. As well as they also felt that the practice of survey is also one of the important factors to know about the British administration, and hence they conducted surveys in some of the aspects called revenue survey and even topography and even soil quality, and to get to know about the flora and fauna of the villages and all, and even the local histories, and even survey has made for the cropping pattern. Yes, dear children, this is all about today's class. I hope you understood today's class. Thank you.